Well, hello. Sorry if I seem tired. I set up this whole thing and I've been sitting here for about like 2 hours now. But we're gonna restart. First, I want to address the elephant in the room. This whole setup, like, what the heck is going on? I don't know. Something possessed me today to turn my desk in the middle of my room, set up a light, write notes as if I'm gonna follow them. We'll see how it goes. I mean, so far it's a little rough, but we're gonna try. Again, so I wanted to get you up to speed. Came back from vacation with a new set of eyes on life, a more realistic perspective, and I was still in shock in my last video. And the only piece of hope that I had was to get my habits together. And so my first habit that I wanted to work on was time management. That was my last video. Today, I'm going to talk about my current job, why I hate it, and I've grown out of hating jobs. So, talk about that. We're going to talk about the new habit that I've implemented related to time management. It's basically waking up when I say I'm going to wake up, no sleeping in. And then at the end, I'm just going to reflect on this whole perspective change and whatever. So to give you context and to summarize it, I don't want to start ranting. I will if I'm not careful. My job is prioritizing efficiency, and so my position has turned into this ghost position where I have my set responsibilities and then some. The one well, this is not even a point that I want to make, but the one thing that is good that's coming out of this is showing me that I'm capable of being in two physical separate places at the same time. So that's nice. I think after 2 days of that, I literally just came back from vacation and I was expecting my job to be what I agreed to. And it wasn't, obviously. They're like, hey, you're going to be doing this also, as well. And so after 2 days of that, I was like, okay, we need to recuperate. We need to make sure that I don't spiral and that I don't lose myself. I was still in this autopilot that I've been in for the past few weeks, and so I decided to make a habit tracker. I saw a video. It's this like jeweler guy, but I feel like everyone is doing this model, and I'm sure you can search it up. If you search up habit tracker, you're gonna see something that looks like this. But on this side, you have the days. I started at the end of the month, so there's only a few days. And on this side, you have all the habits that you want to do. The end right here, habits that you don't want to do. And then right here is just the hours that you sleep. And then there's just extra notes that I have. But the main habit that I am prioritizing right now is waking up on time. Waking up when I say I'm going to wake up. And then as that becomes more solidified in my system, I'll be more strict and disciplined with the other things I want to implement. But we're starting with the sleep because one thing at a time. And so with that, I learned this new psychology term. So if you're struggling with sleeping in and trying to fix your sleep schedule, this might be a little helpful tip. It's super random for my channel, but whatever. It's a term called stimulus control. And it's basically your system associating a location with an action. So, for example, light turns green, you let off the brake, step on the gas. Your phone rings, you pick up the phone. What I'm training my body to do is associate the bed with sleep. And I don't really see the direct relation to like how stimulus control relates to me sleeping in, but it's basically like if I'm awake, I shouldn't be in bed. It's been hard. I woke up this morning. Today was my day off, and I've been determined to wake up on this at the same time every day, which is 5:45. It's hard, dude. I woke up today and I was like, like my bed feels like a magnet in the morning. Like I can't get up. But no, I got up, got out of bed, and I haven't been in my bed since. And it's literally 9:30 p.m. 9:45. And aside from the discomfort, I feel like I've achieved more in my day. I've had more time to do things. Is leaking into my other habits, which is like organizing more often and keeping my space clean and giving myself enough time to work out and giving myself enough time to eat breakfast. But I feel like inherently like time management was my goal originally, so obviously it makes sense why I want to wake up on time. Thinking too deep into it and missing the obvious point. Anyways, with this new system and having more time because I am making more time for myself, I feel like with me, I was a little hesitant because it was like, oh, this is kind of related to my job right now where I'm constantly feeling the need to do something. But no, it's different because at my job, it's all out of urgency, it's all out of stress. And at home, it's more just like, I'm bored, let me reorganize my drawer. Oh, it's barely 7 a.m. Let me cook eggs for breakfast. I haven't had breakfast in probably like months. And so, yeah, that's where I am right now with my whole sleeping in habit. Sorry if I seem sleepy right now. I'm just, I don't know. I think I'm just getting tired of recording right now because I probably re-recorded this video maybe like twice, 3 times now. So, and it is the end of the day, and I have been sitting here for a long time. But as I was, in conclusion, to reflect on all of this, from the start of my YouTube channel to like the second to last video that I've had recently, I was in, I guess, a daze. I was in this conceptual period, this planning period. And initially I saw it as like, oh, I'm so stupid for fully depending on the universe to take care of my problems. And I mean, I'm gonna empathize with myself, my past self. It's all centered around money. People's wealth, like I would go to car meets and see these dudes that are like my age affording being able to afford these nice cars and these nice wheels and air suspension. And I'm like, how the fuck? Like, how do you afford that? And like, I used to live with someone that rented a house in San Diego, and all I knew is that he flipped cars, and all that to say, like, people's wealth has been so ambiguous to me, and this mystery. So I thought that my wealth was going to be mysterious like that too. And so I set this expectation for the world to one day magically give me the wealth that I desire. That was a past version of me. I think differently now. I know differently now. I know that Source has a role to play in my future, in my endeavors. But I also do. So I think the last thing I want to say, I did say initially that's how I thought, or that's how I viewed that phase of my life. Literally the one I just got out of, just woke up from, basically. I think it was important for me to go through that because it really set this foundation for me. Being super woo-woo and learning about the soul and whatnot. Because I feel like now I'm able to experience like the stress of life, like recently. Like I'm able to go deep into, I guess, this mind egoic world. Stay with me. I know this is getting really meta. I can be human and I won't lose myself. I won't lose sight of like what the bigger picture is. I won't lose myself in the stress of life. I'll always remember and I'll always know deep down that like I am bigger than all of this. Yes, my thoughts create my reality, but my actions play a giant role in that too. And I don't know, I just feel like I've learned enough information for me to feel secure in, I don't know what the right word is, my beliefs, my morals. And now it's time for me to learn what it means to feel secure in my actions, in my human, in my behavior. And we're starting with habits. I hope that made sense. But yeah, sorry if I seem super low energy. I do care about providing value to you as a viewer. I'm just so tired. And I also want to record and upload a video. And it's a very blurred line between pressure to do so and desire to do so. So we're here and I'm leaving. I'm gone. Bye.